fight, I walk harder than I know how to spend.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. We've arrived, I see. That's a...
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid! Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Good to see you, Master. There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Hi, ARISEN! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
Master, I can take you to this individual.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
There's comfort in the humdrum.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
Here we are.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery, and a flower from Melv seems just the thing. She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melv are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melv are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I ought to be off, I suppose. I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
More time than I know how to spend.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
wine smells good if you've got yourself to need anything. Welcome. Haven't got what to do.
2,000 years later.
Try all I might. I can't be safe.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Pray, follow me.
Oh, sir, the young master has not returned. I beg you, find him and bring him safely home. If aught were to befall him, Oh, I shudder to think.
You'll help him, won't you, Arisen?
Won't someone do aught about this?
If Master Sebastian is yet to return, perhaps we ought to make for Melvin's search for him. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
This is beyond me.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Not fair to Alice. Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, unless all that room goes to waste.
Hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need. Once more!
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way? Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of us are the... One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savour the scene.
Right you are.
This is rather thrilling.
I've a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new find.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
If Master Sebastian is yet to return, perhaps we ought to make for Melvin's search for him. I can guide you to the place, ARISEN, or thereabouts.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
We have reached our destination.
Dead!
Ah! 'Tis you! Thank goodness you happened by, or who knows what might have become of me. I fear I'm poisoned. Please, you must help me. You have my gratitude, but do excuse me. I'd best make for home.
Master Sebastian ought to be safe now. But shall we look in on him at the manor all the same? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
It's this way. This one can last long. Needs reinforcing.
This is just what I need.
Time to get back to work.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early
A ladder, is it? How convenient. Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
E'er since the reign of Rothace, the founder of Vermund, the village of Melv has played an indispensable role in the defense of our kingdom against the dragon. Yet twice now has the dragon set upon this village, inflicting numerous casualties before being allowed to flee. The fault here lies with you, Ser Ulrika. You have failed in your duty as acting chief.
With all due respect, Sir Martin, our village has dispatched many of its young hands to the northern stronghold since its completion. Was it not the former consul who decreed that the stronghold should serve to defend the kingdom, with Melv offering aid only where needed? Yet the stronghold has remained entirely silent to our plight. How can you say that the fault is ours to bear?
I know of no such agreement. At the very least, Queen Regent Disa has mentioned naught of the kind.
But I'm quite sure the consul...
You would dare misrepresent the words of the dead? Or do you mean to imply that the Queen Regent has spoken falsely? If so, then Melv's problems run far deeper than I had thought. 'Tis not indolence that has taken root here, but treason! The village entire will answer for this.
What? I intended nothing of the sort. Pray, let us...
Save your honeyed words, traitor! I must inform the Queen Regent of this development.
You came to see me? Forgive me, I've much to ponder. Still, how would you like to stay the night? I've yet to repay you for aught you've done for me. A small show of hospitality is surely the least I can do. 'Twas by your godly efforts that Melv escaped the worst of the dragon's assault. The people of this village are more precious to me than life itself. To lose them would have been the end of me. You have my earnest gratitude, friend. I wanted to tell you that, if naught else. Now, 'tis time we slept. There is much to be done for the village, and I shan't manage it without a good night's sleep.
Where is is Ulrika? The Queen Regent has declared that Ulrika be apprehended as a traitor to the kingdom. All who seek to abet her will be tried in turn. Bring her before me at once.
Ulrika is gone.
What?
She stole away in the dead of night. Ask around. Several witnesses can confirm it. I cannot say why for certain, but I imagine she took your words to heart, Overseer. Realizing her plans for rebellion had been found out, she chose to abandon the village for our sake.
You would have me believe that Ulrika was acting alone? That the rest of the villagers harbor no rebellious intent?
Aye, that's the long and short of it.
Very well. I shall take you at your word, sir. However, the absence of a leader will sow naught but chaos. For the time being, your village will be in our hands. If 'tis as you say, I do not expect there will be any objections.
Ah, there you are. There's aught I would ask of you. It concerns Ulrika. You've heard she fled the village, aye? Though that is the case, she would never truly abandon it. She left the village that she might fulfill her charge, protecting Vermont against the dragon. But as for where she went, I do not know. 'Twould be unwise for me to go looking for her, lest I draw the eyes of the Overseer's troops. However, should you happen to find her, would you tell me where she is hiding? I can only pray that she does not fall into the Queen Regent's clutches.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel.
Best not be bothering. This ox cart's bound for the... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Can't stomach racing like this.
There's got to be the big cussings, mate. What do you mean, right at night?
Ready for the patrol.
Only care I have is how to spend the day.
Time to catch up. Methinks I earned rest. How to spend. Quite the predicament.
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket! What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
Yeah, certainly took a foul turn back there. Perchance we stepped on what we shouldn't have.
I scarce know what to make of this outcome.
I've trained for this. I'll find myself some work.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
After you, ARISEN.
Need anything? A tad roundy, but I can't complain. Need anything? Many thanks.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Lots to do. Interested in my wares?
Times are hard. Barely scraping by.
Few others could never colour so fine.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
It is as you say.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Just be on your guard!
2,000 years later.
Lord fell from the beat over the previous loss.
Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering ancient texts. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap, and I shall harness it to your benefit. Have ye come to seek my wisdom? Ye need not seek the dragon. It will find ye. Aye, make no mistake. The dragon will appear before ye when the time is come. Still, I suppose I can tell ye about a rumor I heard the other day. Apparently, a dragon was sighted in Harv village. Though I am, after all, now that ye have been marked as arisen, the dragon ought next appear before ye at the appointed time. So it stands to reason that e'en if a creature of draconic aspect and destructive powers did appear in that village, 'twas no dragon. A mockery of one, perhaps, but not the dragon true. The dragon is the embodiment of destructive force, though this does not mean that it is evil. Understand this. The concepts of good and evil are mortal inventions, and thus cannot be applied to the dragon. It is a being of a higher order, as are ye, now that the dragon has marked ye, setting ye apart from your fellows. The Arisen is a transcendent being, always chosen by the dragon. It marks for itself the individual who must fell it. Thus, when the dragon is made manifest, so too is an Arisen. And should that Arisen fall, another shall rise in their place. The cycle is doomed to continue till the dragon is felled, for that is what the will of this world has ordained. I am the husk of he who was once arisen. My final battle against the dragon culminated in the loss of the will that should have seen me bring the creature low. Thus, as the Arisen is defined by the strength of their will, from that moment on I was arisen no longer. Such is the world's will. I dare say it compels me e'en now to impart upon ye all the knowledge I possess. The substance of which ye speak is formed of crystallized droplets of dragon blood. Worm's life crystals can be obtained not only from the true red dragon, but from lower drakes as well. They retain a measure of draconic power, and when used correctly, will bestow upon ye powers that eclipse the will of this world. Then go, but visit me again when ye have spilled draconic blood. Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering ancient texts. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. bring me what ye reap, and I shall harness it to your benefit. Then I bid ye farewell, and safe travels.
Are you certain you're happy to have me along?
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
We'll have to try something else.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Peruse at your leisure. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged.
This ladder looks sturdy enough. To climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you are...
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Can't help but talk in a whisper.
With that good spend.
Well met, sir. Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to... tell. Much obliged.
I've little enough gold to spend as it is.
Left in the pantry.
Where are you going?
I'm ready to bin to tie my boots.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
I'm in it now. My sense getting cold.
Pairs to real now. All's well here. I'd best move on.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry. drawing the enemy, ARISEN.
Why not compared to the threat of victory?
One cannot help but
You have my protection. Excellent. I could have done no better.
you might join the fight yourself.
Well said.
That was impeccably timed, ARISEN. If we're to break it, it shan't be from this side.
Perhaps.
Fair in the world, just as it should be.
Seems like fewer worries. Easy there, friend. Where's my dad?
Not my kind of place, this.
Ah, Sir ARISEN. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did you, perchance, pay a visit to the House of the Blue Sunbright? I see.
Hello?
After the rather
Hi.
strongly worded letter I received, I feared as much. 'Twas under unique circumstances, shall we say, that Daphne came to reside with us. You must understand, the House of the Blue Sunbright is our most generous benefactor, and their favor hinges upon our continued discretion. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, I beg you to steer Daphne away from any further contact with that household. Though it pains me to perpetuate the girl's misfortune, it must be done, if the gracious hand is to continue to function.
Here you are, sir. From me to you.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises.
Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care.
You're always good for a laugh.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the gracious hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for this detour. We must respect our master's wish.
Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Would that we had more hands to aid us.
Oh, don't go. Tell me a story.
I wish I could go with you. I'm dead on my feet. here. I've been waiting for you.
This is a place of prayer.
I spend my days in quiet reflection. Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the Abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them. I do hope naught befalls Lubomir. I should like to see him walk out of here in good health.
Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the Abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the Abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the Abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the Abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
'Tis as you say.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
Aptly said.
The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at once.
You're always such fun.
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the
I wish I could go with you. Not without its charms.
Maybe I'll keep right here.
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, Sebastian. Well, I'm his maid no longer. Though I meant no harm, the mistress saw fit to turn me out. Tell no other soul of this, but the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister. Afeard of inviting conflict over their inheritance, Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half mad with grief. She's been bedridden ever since. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might rekindle some vital spark within my mistress. But alas, 'twould seem it was not to be.
Elena? Ah, yes. The abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up, and he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
Another day, another day. I pity those content to live in idleness.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place. Dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
What do you think? Does this suit me? Bring myself to do much.
This job better be worth.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phaesus is like to be in your debt.
Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
What did I do
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
Perhaps once we've concluded this bit of business.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room? I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw afore coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
I suppose 'tis so.
Always a fresh breeze.
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
Me have dreams well medicine. Trade. Let's see. Where to next?
Oxcart.
This oxcart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
I sleep on my road.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Suppose I ought to know. Here's what I'm got some sweet meat tonight.
I don't believe I had any visitors today. Begone! I have no hospitality to extend toward one bereft of decorum.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
Trying to provoke me? Seems this old man's time. I've been here so... Business could be better.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Quite the sum of gold we just spent. 'Tis clear the ARISEN is no miser.
These were necessary expenses, Mike. No use clinging to every last coin.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Finally,
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailments, certainly, but only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
Drag my ass out of bed.
Come to my aid.
Well, met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
I fancy a kill. But not at the expense of my duty.
Well, hello there, sir. What can I do you for? Not that I really need to ask. Aye, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Always a pleasure. your leisure, sir? Well, hello. Aye, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border. Where quarrels occur. Every other day. Always a pleasure.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
What do you presume to gain by this, Arisen?
What am I supposed to do?
At least I have my life. That's something. Suppose I ought check.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Yeah, asking for
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
I'll not be done in the light.
Here we go again. If we must. Let us finish this quickly. Violin.
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Too late. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it. Nicely done.
Nice of you to say so.
Well said.
To think of it. Hope you weren't expecting mercy. Oxen are to be found here, of all places.
Such beasts are a fair source of meat when rations are lacking.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a pretty go.
The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns. Focus your strength, ARISEN. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. That was superb, ARISEN.
"お前はもう死んでいる。
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Fire won't do much good here. Let's try a different tack.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party. I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
When does my watch end? To a tip before bed. I don't feel safe here. I'd gladly stay here forever if I
could. Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated to the point that he had to be moved to the basement sick room. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. Even we're not allowed to go see him. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. She'll nurse him back to full health, I'm sure of it. The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at once.
What are you doing?
Unhand me this instant.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
No! I'm not sending anyone into that cave!
But Jonas, isn't it your duty to aid our people?
I've held my tongue till now, but no longer. You would leave one of your own to die. This is impermissible. A village is nothing without its people. Sacrificing that poor soul amounts to cutting off your own arm. As Half's leader, you ought to strive to do whatever you can to bring him back alive. Can you truly say this decision benefits your people, Jonas?
Who are you to question me? I'll suffer none of your impudence, outsider! Be gone from our village!
I, Jonas, I am an outsider, and therefore have no reason to heed any commands you would give. I shall follow my own will, and do what must needs be done. All those with the strength and courage to do the same, join me at Stormwind Cave.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed. 'Tis just like Sir Ulrika to fly to another's aid. Let us hasten to Stormwind Cave and join in her rescue effort.
Very well.
I'll guide you there directly.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
So we find...
'Tis you. Have you come to join us in our rescue effort? My thanks. We shan't fail with you by our side. The captured villager ought to be within. Let us hurry.
This place still has its secrets. Surely 'tisn't your intention to leave them undiscovered, Master?
Indeed. Let us know if we can be of assistance, ARISEN.
Prepare for battle!
At once, Master.
I will not be swayed.